All right, man. How you guys doing on this Friday, July the 22nd, 2022? Yes, it's rolling into Saturday right now. I got started a bit late this week. Thank you for joining me here tonight for another metallic episode of Music of Destruction, bringing you the best in metal-related content on the hardest working fucking channel in the niche of metal, bar none. If you missed anything in the past week, click the eye, bring down that menu. Everything you need to get caught up is there. This is the home of the underground, ladies and gentlemen. I would certainly appreciate it. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications. I would certainly appreciate it. Upfront, controversial, opinionated, and unfiltered. The only way to be if you're going to do this fucking YouTube shit. I mean, why be any other way? Anyway, welcome to Metal Album Warfare Fridays here on the channel. Tonight's battle is between an amazing one-man underground black metal elite, ladies and gentlemen, with Entsetzlich's Eternal Funeral Cries versus Tormentous Lamentations. I'm going to show you guys the tape cosmetics here for Eternal Funeral Cries. That's as DIY as you can fucking possibly get. That is truly awesome. I got copy number 12 of 100, as you guys can see there. Very, very DIY, man. That is just simple Xerox paper. Awesome layout for this tape. Wolfsvuhr Records, man. Great label. Not sure if it's still active. This is where I got most of his releases, was through Wolfsvuhr Records. This one released in 2013 on Wolfsvuhr Records, of course, and then later on CD on Death Cult Productions. And then we got Tormentous Lamentations right here on the Pro Black cassette. This was released in 2018 on Hate Work Propaganda. I got copy number 63 of 100, as you can see there. This is a little bit better of a material from Hate Work Propaganda, but yeah, there's the tape layout. That is absolutely fucking sick. I want that. Like this on a shirt, like this layout right here with this at on the front of the shirt with that on the back would be absolutely sick. I do own two Entsetzlich shirts, by the way, that are not available anymore because they were very limited. So yeah, that is Tormentous Lamentations right there. All right, man, you know, and if you've ever watched my previous videos of covering Entsetzlich, then you already know how massive of a fan I am of this guy's demented, psychotic, and at times damn near impossible to grasp musical sensibilities, at least for people unfamiliar with why he structures his musical outputs the way that he does, okay? Now, this guy is among some of the most unique in the genre of raw underground black metal, and there's a lot of underground DM maniacs out there who only like the most putrid, vile, disgusting black metal. I'm included in this, of course. But there's also the BM freaks out there like myself who only love the most primitive, raw, cold, underground, and at times almost unlistenable to the normal ear kind of black metal that makes its name stand up to what it actually is supposed to be. Now, so much black metal nowadays is a fucking joke. I mean, really, if you think about, I could list a plethora of fucking bands. Ghostbath, Death Heaven, Merker, all that fucking hipster bullshit can go fuck itself. Well, this guy is not a joke, okay, by any stretch of the imagination, and Azathoth and Osculum pride themselves on delivering nothing but the most primitive music possible with the underground aesthetics taken to the absolute extreme. This is one of the standout things about Entsetzlich and one of the main reasons I love his music so much. Now, of course, as I said, Eternal Funeral Cries released in 2013 on Wolfsvuhr Records. It also saw a CD released in 2014 on Death Cult Productions, I believe I think that's the name of the one that did the CD. I have the CD as well. Tormentous Lamentations released in 2018 on Hate Work Propaganda on tape. The vinyl of Tormentous Lamentations got released by Skjold. Alright, now Tormentous Lamentations only has 4 tracks. Eternal Funeral Cries has 8. So I'm only doing a 4 versus 4. But I love these albums and I really wanted to bring them to you here tonight. I am going to be reviewing Tormentous Lamentations very soon after I take care of the member requests, so look forward to that. Let's just get into this here. Now, before we do, actually, Entsetzlich consists of Azathoth, drums, vocals, and ambience, and of course, Osculum doing the guitar work. Let's get into the video. First up, we have Contemplating the End of Life from Eternal Funeral Cries versus Spectral Faces Swirling in the Pale Mist from Tormentous Lamentations. Contemplating the End of Life is a very dark, cold ambient instrumental track with lots of ominous dark tones of cerebral, surrealistic ambient passages, and it's absolutely stellar. It's one of his best dark ambient tracks. Now, as you guys know, if you've heard Entsetzlich, you know that he does do a lot of dark ambient in his music as well. Spectral Faces Swirling in the Pale Mist is a very cold, primitive black metal track that almost has no song structuring whatsoever. It's like as if he just got on the kit and improvised with the drums. Osculum playing like some really cold, despair-filled, icy riffs that are very buried in the mix, with, of course, Azathoth's sick, abysmal vocal performance that cannot be deciphered at all. But this is a very cohesive track in terms of its aesthetics and the way it's being presented, and this is awesome stuff. So these are both getting a point. Next, we have Mesmerized by the Infinite Void from Eternal Funeral Cries versus Broken Oaths and Chaos Omens of Feudal Existence from Tormentous Lamentations. Mesmerized by the Infinite Void is one of the most desolate, bleak tracks, but it's one of his more cohesive in terms of song actual structure, if you could even say that about Entsetzlich. It follows a formula, but it's very abrasive and dark, and the guitar riffs are ice cold and bleak and will just make you want to slice your fucking skin off. Broken Oaths and Chaos Omens of Feudal Existence is very, very primitive, much like Spectral Faces Swirling in the Pale Mist, and there's almost no degree of separation between the two tracks. The drum work is a little bit different, the guitar work is different, the riffs are a bit different, but again, that vocal performance is still there with that low, abrasive, underground harshness that you should expect from black metal. This is what it's fucking supposed to sound like, okay? It's not meant to be pleasing to fans who don't really get this kind of music. But yeah, these are incredible tracks. This is like a raw journey through a bleak, cold underworld. Both of these releases are, and these are both getting a point as well. Next, we have Condemned to Failure from Eternal Funeral Cries versus The Cursed Mausoleum That Plagues My Dreams from Tormentous Lamentations. Now, Condemned to Failure is a very bleak ambient track as well. It's very dark, hopeless, and just graven in its somber funeral dirge melancholy. But The Cursed Mausoleum That Plagues My Dreams is the side torment of this album, and this is a dark ambient passage full of very stark minimalism, but very cold and at times juxtaposing and jarring ambient passages that just drip with intense foreboding and atmosphere and funeral dirge like passages and nuances and stuff, and it's just absolutely incredible, both getting a point there as well. Next up, we have The Cold Wind Rages Through the Dying Forest versus Channeling Spirits to Seek Their Communion. The Cold Wind Rages Through the Dying Forest from Eternal Funeral Cries versus Channeling Spirits to Seek Their Communion, obviously from Tormentous Lamentations once again. And The Cold Wind Rages Through the Dying Forest is from another album that he did. It was a four-way split. I'm not sure which demo it came from. I'd have to go back and look, but this is a re-release track that came out on Eternal Funeral Cries. Really suits the album. This is one of his most depressing, hopeless, and melancholic tracks, but it's very abrasive, minimalistic, cold, and will just make you feel so much intolerance for humanity, which is the whole point. Great stuff there. Channeling Spirits to Seek Their Communion is a very disturbing, dark, ambient, black noise piece that just is so abrasive and harsh in places that a lot of people are not going to be able to sit through it all. But again, that's one of the main reasons that I'm so into this, is the fact that people like me know how to appreciate this stuff and love it and embrace it, whereas you got the other metal crowd that just doesn't want anything to do with this kind of stuff. And that's fine, because to each their own. You can like whatever the fuck you want. But this is an incredible track. If you're into this underground stuff, I cannot speak any higher than about Entsetzlich with these two amazing fucking releases. Yeah, these are both getting a point as well, these last tracks here. All right, let's add up the scores. Eternal Funeral Cries coming in with 4 points. Tormentous Lamentations comes in with 4 points. Another tie, guys, and of course I can't really pick any favorites from this dude because all of his releases to me are absolutely stellar and uncompromising and intolerant, exactly what black metal should be about, okay? Links are down in the description where you can purchase both of these releases right now, so make sure you go out and buy them if you like this. Hail the fucking underground, always. All right, there you have it, another metal album. Warfare is in the books here on the channel. Hope you enjoyed the premiere. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications. Merchandise available. Teespring, link in the description there, as well as bonfire.com/store/music-of-destruction. There's also the store tab available on the homepage. Make sure you go check that out. New merch will be going up this weekend. I have a very busy weekend ahead of me creating content to get back into the schedule of things, so it's going to be a busy fucking weekend, man. It really is. Join the channel, become an MOD Elite. Awesome perks at $4.99 per month. Hit the join button, you get access to exclusive content, review requests within reason, band interviews and promotions if you have a band, collaborations if you have a metal YouTube channel, and I will help you with thumbnails and tagging and stuff like that if you have a metal YouTube channel as well. Thank you guys for watching. Have an awesome night. We'll see you for the Crypt Underground Metal Radio Show. Members only. For you fine members, once again, giving more to you guys for supporting the channel. You're going to be able to do song requests and the members chat tomorrow night for the Crypt Underground Metal Radio Show. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.